Today's a really big day for cryptocurrency. Today, Bitcoin hit an all-time high of 63,000 and change. And tomorrow is an equally, if not bigger day for cryptocurrency because Coinbase goes into their IPO. So they're going to be a publicly listed company. And it looks like they're going to come in with a valuation near $100 billion. This is huge. When you think about Palantir, which is a very big company, they came in with like a $20 billion valuation. This valuation is extremely high. And what's equally interesting is another exchange, which is a competitor, Binance. Their cryptocurrency has drastically increased over the past year, and their market cap is now about $85 billion. So a lot of things are currently happening, and what I think is occurring right now is we're at this inflection point where we're starting to get a lot more legitimacy of cryptocurrency across the board. And this can tip in one of two directions. In one direction, you tip and everything becomes much more legitimized. And the prices that there are today are very, very early. And we're going to see a huge upswing from here. On the flip side of it, there's a real possibility that we're getting into a range that could be a little bit overbought. And there's a little bit too much hype. And you're getting a little bit too much popularity. And there's going to be a fallout or a retraction or a price correction. Here's the thing that I think is possibly the most interesting is I also believe that these two things can concurrently both occur. And what I mean by that is you may find some big retractions in the DeFi space. You may find some big retractions in the NFT space as these are kind of growing into a popularity range that has some really great legitimate projects and then some maybe not so much legitimate projects. So you may see a falling out or a retraction of those, and you may simultaneously see a larger level of legitimizing Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. I kind of analogize this to being like 1997 for the internet. There is so much possibility for what cryptocurrency can do, and we're only scratching the surface in the same way that we were only scratching the surface for the internet in 1997. And the reason I use this analogy is there are about the same numbers of investors and users of cryptocurrency as there were in the internet in 1997. The difference is that there's an adoption rate which is about 4 times faster for cryptocurrency than there was in the internet because we're better at disseminating information and we have faster adoption rates, and maybe even ironically, in part, because of the internet. So it's easier to kind of get the information around. That being said, if we are in 1997 with the internet, we're also heading towards a bubble, right? Like there was the dot-com bubble and that popped. Well, you had pets.com and all these other like super overinflated stocks that ended up crashing to zero. But you also had some really massive companies that came out of that time like Amazon. But I'm very interested to see what happens tomorrow with the Coinbase IPO and look forward to talking with all of you in the near future.